when they talked about Arabs, these are my Israeli family, it was unavoidable for me. I had to acknowledge that they were racist, that they talked about Arabs, as they called them, in the same way that people here, white people, talked about black people. And so I knew at that time that there was a fatal flaw, or a serious flaw, with the Zionist project. Israel is a Jewish state. As a Jewish state, it's doing exactly what a Jewish state would have to do, which means that it has to preserve its Jewish character, it has to preserve its Jewish majority, it has to preserve its Jewish supremacy and superiority. It has to do all of those things. Now, in the 21st century, we don't have, or we don't agree with religious states, or states that belong to a particular ethnic group. We don't have Islamic states. If we do, we are very worried about them. We don't have a Christian state. That went out with the Crusades. What happens, and what are the implications of having a Jewish state? And I think they're very serious implications, and I think that Israel is experiencing the consequences of that today. What we have is not a religious struggle, but a struggle over land and a struggle over demography. And Israel's real bind right now is, if we're going to be Jewish, how do we maintain a Jewish majority? And that has horrible, devastating, and I think tragic implications for Israeli society and Israeli policy.
And so do you think that's what it has to be, that they, because it's a Jewish state, they have to eliminate? I mean, you could say the United States, in a way, is a Christian state. I mean, it's not part of the, it's not in the Constitution, but you would say the majority of people here. But we like to think that we can live peacefully with people of a lot of different...
Well, and we do.
Yeah.
And non-Christian Americans, first of all, America is not a Christian state. We have a constitution that guarantees free rights and that clearly separates church from state. Israel does not have that. Israel has religious parties that have clear power in government. The government has to make concessions to religious parties with a religious Jewish agenda in order to stay in power. There are religious laws in the state. In America, you have full rights whether you're a Christian or not. That's not true in Israel. There are non-Jewish citizens, and Arab citizens do not have full rights in Israel. They don't serve in the army. They have very low job ceiling in terms of what kind of jobs they can have in the economy. Some of that is formal, some of that is informal. 98% of the land is owned by the Jewish Agency, and by law can only be sold to Jews.